The Body, episode 1. It was a Sunday afternoon, a day off. I had just eaten a hearty meal and dozed off for a short nap. Suddenly, the phone rang, cutting through my sleep. With a sleepy, irritated voice, I picked it up. Gopal? Is this Gopal Talukdar? Yes, speaking. I'm Dr. Parish. Your grandfather's condition is very serious. You need to come immediately. It could be any time now. My heart dropped. Grandpa was almost 90. This fear had been quietly sitting inside me for years. Please don't let anything happen to him. I'm coming right now. I hung up and rushed to pack a bag. The doctor said something else too. Your grandfather keeps saying one thing, that you shouldn't come tonight. He wants you to come tomorrow. He's very insistent. I knew he had some old fear, but fear doesn't understand timing. Whatever it is, I had to go today. I grabbed a taxi to Esplanade. The outside world looked slow and lazy, like every Sunday, but inside my head, everything was spinning. I've been living in the city for 7 years now. Grandpa himself had sent me here. Back in the village, we have an old zamindar house, huge, ancient, half broken. I never liked staying there at night, and Grandpa never allowed it either. He would always say, nights bring shadows that don't belong to us. You can come during the day but leave before dark. I never truly understood what he meant. But today, I feel like the time to understand has finally come. While sitting on the bus, suddenly I realized it's Sunday. And it's the month of Haista. Grandpa used to warn me during this month, don't travel at night in Haista, a strange warning, which I had always ignored. I tried to calm myself. No, these are all superstitions. He's just sick. I have to go. An hour later, I got off the bus, then crossed the river by boat. The water looked eerily dark, swallowing every sound. After reaching Panchkuya market, I entered the road toward our village, Seborna Champa. The sun had almost disappeared. There were no streetlights, only darkness everywhere. People still use lanterns or torches at night. Even now, the roads were muddy, untouched by modern life. From a distance, I could see the shadowy outline of our old zamindar house, half ruined, half alive, like something waiting. And somewhere inside that darkness, I felt as if a voice whispered, don't lose yourself tonight, Gopal, tonight. You will learn everything. And you will fear everything. I kept walking. But I couldn't shake the feeling that someone was walking behind me. When I turned around, there was nothing, just the empty fields and the sound of crickets, yet my heartbeat grew louder tonight. Tonight begins all the answers and all the fears to be continued. To translated version, it was around 3:30 in the afternoon. A blazing summer day, sun burning straight from above. I climbed onto the bus, found my seat by the window, and tried calling my grandfather again. The line kept breaking. The network in the village always vanished at the worst times. His voice from the last call echoed in my head. Gopal, do you remember? It's the month of Jaishta. The 25th is coming again, and again, a Sunday. The call had cut suddenly after that. I brushed it off as superstition back then, but today, that line hit differently. A cold shiver crawled up my spine. Was today also the 25th of Jaishta? It was definitely Sunday. Just then, the loose hair of the woman sitting in front of me blew back through the open window and brushed against my face. Annoyed, I snapped, please keep your things to yourself. But the smell, the scent that hit my nose froze me in place. I knew that smell from years ago. from a terrifying afternoon. The woman slowly turned her head. A strange smile curled on her lips. Then she whispered, "Today is the 25th of Jaishta. Today is Sunday." I blinked. "What did you say?" "What did you just?" The man next to me glared. "My wife is mute. She cannot speak at all." "What nonsense are you talking about?" I felt my throat go dry. Then who whispered in my ear? At that moment, my phone rang loudly. "Where are you?" "Your grandfather is in a very bad state. I am coming. Just a few minutes." The call dropped again. I closed my eyes. And the nightmare from 5 years ago rose up in front of me like a dark wave. The first death, my wife that day too was a Sunday. The 25th of Jaishta. My wife, 4 months pregnant, was staying with my parents in the village. She had gone out at night to relieve herself and never returned. The next morning, they found her near the lotus-filled pond behind our house. Lotus stems tangled around her legs, her eyes bulging unnaturally. People said a cobra must have bitten her. But I had seen, and so had grandfather, finger marks on her ankle, as if someone had dragged her into the water. For days after that, I dreamt every night of cold, black water, lotus leaves closing in, and a pale hand rising toward me. The second death, my parents 2 years later, same day. Same date. Same Sunday. My mother had been cooking dinner late because the neighbor who helped her wasn't around that day. Fish from the afternoon hung in a bowl on a wooden hook. While taking it down, somehow her curry caught fire from the clay oven. My father ran to save her. Both of them burned alive. When I arrived the next morning, their charred bodies were laid outside. Their heads were twisted strangely to the side, as if someone tried to tear them from the neck but failed. And on their throats, again, deep finger marks. Grandfather had whispered to me, trembling, "Punishment for sin. Go, Paul, punishment, don't leave. Don't stay here. Leave quickly." The third death, Haru. The year after that, my best friend Haru died. He had gone to the village to settle a land dispute, couldn't return before the 25th, even though I begged him. He went to watch a play at night with friends after it ended. He vanished. The next morning they found him hanging from a huge banyan tree, 3 roots wrapped tightly around his neck. One thick root had pierced through his chest and come out through his back. Nobody knew if it was murder or something else entirely. But grandfather whispered to me again, "He has returned. He won't spare anyone." "Why did you come back?" "Go, Paul, now. The return the bus moves." Sunlight pours in. People chatter normally. Yet something around me has changed. Today is once again Sunday, the 25th of Jaishta, and I am returning to that village, the village where every 25th of Jaishta someone dies, their throats always marked by fingers, their necks twisted. Grandfather always said he comes back only on this day to finish what remains unfinished too. Be continued. Final episode English translation you. You also come with me. Leave this huge property. Leave our home. And then what? No, no. Nothing will happen to me. But you don't come here again, ever. And if you do, never in the month of Jaishta. Never. But today, I am being forced to come exactly in the month of Jaishta. And it is a Sunday again. The date is 25. With a loud screech, the bus stops. I open my eyes, my stop has come. I get down, trembling with a suffocating fear pressing on my chest. My hands and feet grow numb. Sweat gathers on my forehead. I'm terribly thirsty. I pull the water jar at a small shop and gulp down as much as I can. My face must have gone pale. The shopkeeper comes closer and asks, "Sir, Are you all right? You don't look good. Sit, rest a bit. Without replying, I walk away. I have to reach before sunset somehow. The doctor has said repeatedly that Grandpa's condition is critical. I get on a boat to cross the river. In the middle of the river, the boat suddenly sways violently. The four boatmen start yelling. Hold tight, storm's coming. Storm where? The sky ahead is clear and bright. I turn around. Behind us, a mass of black clouds swallows the sky, rushing toward us like a beast. Lightning flashes inside that darkness. What new calamity is this? Will I even reach in time? Gigantic waves rise. Cold misty wind slaps across my face. The boat speeds ahead. After 5 minutes, I get down at Panchkyu, a village once known for its 5 giant wells before the British destroyed them. Freedom fighters used to hide inside those wells. I begin walking fast. No rickshaw, no van, nothing. For kilometers, I can manage it before the rain comes. 10 minutes pass. The rest of the country may have turned into smart cities. But not this remote village. Modern utilities might take another decade to reach here. The cloud seems to chase me. Darkness gathers above my head. The watch shows 5:40 p.m., but daylight has died. A dull, sorrowful gloom spreads across the land. The mud road is deserted. Villagers usually return home by this time, even more today because the sky looks ominous. Houses are far apart. I see lantern lights in some, hear conch shells and temple bells from others. Cows moo in the distance. Birds suddenly flap out of the trees, screeching in fear. A whirling wind begins. Dust covers everything. Raindrops fall, big, heavy ones. Through the dust storm, I hear a whisper at my ear. Hunger, so hungry, I freeze. There is no one anywhere. Then Hood whispered beside my ear. I stand like a statue. My heartbeat pounds so loudly that I can hear it. Suddenly, everything goes. Silent, terribly, impossibly silent. I could hear only my own breathing, loud, harsh. I had never felt such emptiness. As if the whole world vanished, only me dot alone. I start walking faster. Almost running. Raindrops hit again. Then the sky collapses into a roaring downpour. Darkness spreads, I run. The darkness seems to chase me. A hand rises from the water-soaked ground, reaching for me. W who? Who's there? My voice breaks. I run with all my strength, terrified, dot drained, but running. Home, inside the house, I'll be safe. Finally, I see it. Our house. Suddenly, the back portion collapses under the heavy rain. I watch it fall. No lights. Only pitch black. Where is the doctor? Again, the voice echoes inside my mind. Hunger. So hungry, I dash inside. I'm gasping for breath. Suddenly, a hand touches my shoulder. I scream. Turn round. Fall to the floor. Grandpa is standing there, healthy, strong. Grandpa, you're okay? Nothing happened to you? He stares at me. Do you remember? Go, Paul. Do you remember what happened long ago? And no, I know nothing, Grandpa, that day. No one was in the neighbor's house. The men were in the fields. Only Sabel's newly married wife. Custom was home. 7 months of marriage. You and Haru were watching her from the rooftop. Your parents were at the market. She went to bathe in the pond alone. Her tight young figure, her wet body, you two couldn't control yourselves. Haru hid inside their house. You swam underwater, grabbed her by the feet. She panicked, rushed inside. Haru grabbed her and then you both attacked her. He gagged her so no one could hear her scream. She fainted. Thinking she was dead, you two ran back and told me everything. I scolded you. Told you to leave the village at once. After you left, I went to her house. She was half dead, but alive. I also did things to her. Then I carried her away and dumped her in the lotus pond. But she still didn't die. She kept struggling. So I tied a rope around her neck, hung her from the big tree. Your parents came back at that moment. They saw everything. I threatened to throw them out if they spoke. Said I'd blame them for the crime. Even then she didn't die. So I burned her, he continues, voice cold. Within a week, I hired goons and finished off her entire family. Suba had understood everything. Your pillow was on their bed and blood stains. The girl was 4 months pregnant. We killed her and her child. I stand up, trembling. Be but you, why tell me this now? And the doctor, he said, Grandpa's face twists. Transforms. Standing before me is Kasem, exactly the way we left her, half dead, bleeding. Torn sorry. Ripped blouse. Bruised breast marked with teeth. Finger marks on her face and throat. Blood running down her thighs. I try to run. My legs won't move. Something holds me in place. She hisses, Grandpa. That old man. Look, I look. Grandpa's dead body lies on the floor, his lower half shredded, drowning in blood. Kasem laughs high, broken, unhinged. She walks toward me. The smell of burnt flesh fills the air. Temple bells ring in the distance. Evening mantras echo. Kasem leans close to my ear and whispers hunger, so hungry I close my eyes. That day, when I assaulted her, I had laughed and said, hungry, I'm so hungry. The end.